Hello, everyone, and welcome back to more Steven Plays Starfield. On the last episode, we finished up the Freestar Ranger missions. I took off those clothes because I'm not in Ranger mode anymore. I'm back to normal CB McCoy. And as I was selling some stuff between episodes, I was walking around town, and there was these two little girls, and one of them's like, "That guy helped with the bank robbery. Maybe he would help us." And I walked away because, gosh darn it, I have other things to do, but since I'm here, I'm gonna help these kids.
They don't want us to know the truth.
Hi, what's going on?
I'm Annie Wilcox. You're new in town, aren't you? That means I'm gonna keep my eye on you.
Nice to meet you.
Is it? Or are you just saying that?
I'm just saying it.
See, I work for the Freestar Rangers. I'm the first ever Ranger Surveillance Assistant. And that's not some dumb made-up title. Ranger Emma Wilcox gave it to me. So it's official.
Sorry. I'm I'm a ranger. I just did the whole quest line. You must be pretty good to earn a title like that.
I'm the best Ranger Surveillance Assistant that ever lived. Someday, I'll teach other kids the tricks of the trade. Gotta prepare the next generation, cause I won't be here forever. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna be a law-abiding citizen? Or are you gonna be on my list?
What list?
My list of people who might be troublemakers, so I have to watch them extra close. You don't want to be on my list.
Okay, well, I don't plan to cause any trouble if that's what you're asking.
That's the right answer. I just hope you mean it.
You are like 8.
Aquila City is just crawling with crime. It's everywhere. And it's up to us Rangers to do something about it.
And Ranger Surveillance Assistant.
Someone's stealing guns and stuff from Laredo Arms.
And none of the adults believe us.
So we're hoping, you know, you can help us break it all open.
Why don't they believe you?
Because they're dumb. I gave security a whole list of crimes and leads, and they barely pay attention anymore. I'm practically doing their job for them.
All right, I'll bite. Tell me what this is about.
Certainly. I was doing my ranger patrol one night, and there was a suspicious character casing Laredo Arms.
God, was it me?
I watched him as long as I could, but I had to rush home for bedtime. First thing in the morning, I came back and interrogated Justin Sneed. And he said they were tracking down an inventory discrepancy. I told him about the suspicious stranger, but Mr. Sneed didn't believe me.
Okay. Tell me you at least have some proof a crime was committed?
I've checked back regularly with Mr. Sneed. Well, up until he told me I'm trespassing. And he said their new inventory system keeps, hiccuping. But it's no hiccup. It's robbery. This case was too big for just one ranger, so I deputized Emily.
I'm an Assistant Ranger Surveillance Assistant.
Or, something like that. And we found out that the thief breaks in most nights, but like, really late. He's got his own key card. We just need to catch him. Security will believe you.
Wait, he has a key card?
Emily caught him opening the side door one night. That's when we knew for sure we have an actual criminal here.
How'd you find all this out?
We did all the things. Crime scene investigated. Witnesses interviewed. And suspect tailed.
I followed the suspect all day. He had no idea.
I'll see what I can do.
You're doing Aquila City a big service.
I'm doing them something.
Best I figure he's there around midnight. You need to wait for him to exit Laredo, then catch him red-handed. We need to bring him to justice.
I could have went to the UC. I could be at the UC starting a new quest line right now. Instead, where's a chair? You can't just wait. You have to have chair. Where can I find chair? Please give chair. Chair. I need to sit. Where is a chair? Please give me a chair. There has to be a chair. A chair somewhere. A chair over here. A chair over there. A chair. Where, oh where can I find a chair? I can't sit on this. This chair's not for sitting. Oh my god, I can sit on this stool. I've done it. I have found a tiny stool, smaller than the chair I saw earlier. But the stool is a seat. Confront the thief. Or just watch him.
How did you catch me?
I haven't caught you yet. This is hilarious, by the way. How did you catch me? Continues to sneak.
What? Shit. Yeah?
Skulking around a factory at midnight. Nothing suspicious here.
I can explain. It's not... Oh, hell. Oh, God, no. Security.
Don't anybody move. Let's see. If it ain't the hero of Galbank. And who do we have here? Looks like you're carrying a lot of weapons for a nighttime stroll.
Hell, I give up.
Smart move. I got a tip something was going down tonight. Was little Annie actually right about all this?
I'm as surprised as you are.
Who would have thunk it, right? I got it from here. Aquila City owes you again. And, thank Annie for me. Dear God, she's never gonna let us hear the end of this. Everyone, don't move!
It was supposed to be an easy job.
What would have happened if I just never talked to him? Like, would he just have slowly skulked away, like, all throughout the city? Probably should have let him do that. Okay, we have to report back to Annie Wilcox. All right. Hey.
Well, hey there.
Did you catch the thief? Tell me it worked.
Annie, what are you doing up? It's way past your bedtime.
Mom, I have to know. You got him right? Right?
Your hunch was right on the money. We caught the thief, Annie.
I knew it.
Annie L. Wilcox, what did you do?
I told you about it. You know the Laredo robberies? Well, we caught the thief.
Wait, so that's real?
Of course, Mom. I told you.
She's telling the truth. You're not pulling my leg, right?
I didn't believe her either, but here we are.
I'm glad I'm not alone. Annie, we'll talk more about this later. But I'm proud of you. But you've got to be careful.
Yes, Mom. I'm gonna be the best ranger surveillance assistant ever.
Thank you for helping my girl and anything else involved. Take this. Lord preserve me.
Something you need from me?
No, I need
Watch it.
I need to not talk to any of you, to be honest. Hi, Sam. I can tell that you want to talk. So the best thing to do would be to position us in a very odd environment, because the game will then...
Three-star Rangers. You did that dirty work and then some. So how'd you feel wearing the badge?
Being a ranger's not for me.
I know exactly how you feel. Me, I never cared much for being a ranger. Too many of them try to force the world to be only black and white when it's anything but. Take Ron Hope. I mean, the guy's a legend.
He's dead.
Before him, Polvo was a desperate, depressing place. Everything he did was to keep his people employed, to keep Hope Tech standing in a backstabbing world of megacorp politics.
Sounds like you really admire him.
He's one of the great Freestar Collective success stories. So, yeah, I might be a fan. Tough call on what to do with Ron Hope. Taking his hush money wouldn't have set right with me. But I wonder what's going to happen to Hopetown without him.
People died? Mr. Hope has to face justice for what he did.
I think Paxton Hall went out of control. But no doubt Ron Hope bears some responsibility. As much fun as it is being a ranger, I hope you can start focusing on Constellation business. There's plenty of mysteries left in the good old Milky Way to discover.
One of those mysteries is what on earth is at the UC? Can we warp from here? What is the deliver news about the scow and Captain Petrov? Oh, for the news station? Oh, I haven't delivered news in a long time. All right, we'll go do that. The thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to join the UC because I've been told by many people that the UC is a very fun quest line.
Look at that.
I had a few people tell me it was the most fun quest line in the game.
Else.
I'm like, that's cool. I like that. The news. The news. Up there, I think, is the news. Hey, guess what?
You talking it? You have another story for me?
All right, here's some stories. Captain Petrov's ship, the Scow, was robbed.
I already interviewed an ex-pirate about the robbery. But she was as reliable as good coffee around here.
Oh.
So you were there when it went down? What were you doing there?
I was the one robbing him.
Oh boy. Anything you tell me as a source, I won't reveal. But there's limits to my journalistic integrity. That said, I've heard maybe the captain had it coming. Tell me about this Captain Petrov. I've heard he's a bit of an eccentric. What was your impression of him?
He was a character, all right. I liked him.
Charlatans and conmen need to be likable for their marks. No one seems to know exactly what was stolen, but everyone agrees it was valuable. Care to shed some light on it?
A giant golden statue of a giraffe.
Sure, right. Try again. What was stolen?
I'm telling you the truth. The statue was huge. It had emerald eyes. It was the craziest thing.
I guess it takes all types?
That's true.
Last question. About, and I'm quoting, a zoo gone wild. The other source swore up and down that alien creatures got out of their cages and went on a rampage. Please, please, please tell me she was telling the truth. It's got to be some Aurora-induced hallucination.
Why do you want it to be true?
You mean besides the ratings? I just want to live in a galaxy where eccentric millionaires have out-of-control zoos. But, just give it to me straight. Zoo. Fact or fiction?
100% true.
Some days, it is worth it to get out of bed. I love it. This is just a plain old good story. Check the newsfeed for it later.
Love it.
And here's your payment. You have that look in your eye.
I have
What's
an
the
inside.
scoop?
This is gonna be good. I have an inside story about the death of Ron Hope.
What a sordid mess.
Yep.
We've got some other sources we've been interviewing, but I'd love to get your take on the record.
Sure.
So there was a mercenary company, the First.
Yep.
And they were involved in taking farmlands from Freestar Collective families.
That's true.
Extortion, death threats, murder, all of it.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Who's the other source? The Hope Tech foreman Burgett?
Not going to say. I will never, ever give up my source. If anybody asks about you, they get the same answer.
All right, sounds like you don't need me.
You kidding? You're the star of this episode from what I heard. So all of that? Terrible. But Ron Hope, the Ron Hope, was involved with it at the highest level. All of that suffering was a plot to save Hope Tech from going under using the side effects of a fertilizer he developed. Let me be blunt. The other sources say you killed Ron Hope. Is that correct?
All of these are yes. I'm a ranger. I was just doing my job.
Most rangers don't take down one of the Council of Governors, though. After all of that, the future of Hope Tech is an open question. Their stock has already taken a beating. Not sure if it's going to go into freefall. Any comment?
I just give me my money.
Thanks. If you listen to the news, you'll definitely hear this. And, maybe try not to ice any more CEOs. Just a thought.
I don't tell you how to do your job. All right. Yeah, this is it. I'm pretty sure this is it.
Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist at long last? Start earning your stripes with the Vanguard?
Yeah, I heard your missions are fun. So, yeah, let's do it.
Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Every time I get near mast, I think they're gonna arrest me. There's a co there. Get him, boys.
Where are you? Oh, you were outside. No, no, no. Don't gun.
If you don't have official business,
Vanguard Orientation Hall. All right, so this is these are the missions that I've heard are very, very fun. And I'm down for some fun missions. Vanguard registration. I prefer to use computers from the back. To register for your examination, please select enlistment agreement. Okay. By joining the United Colonies Vanguard, you agree to perform necessary services for the United Colonies that could place you in serious danger, resulting in harm to your craft or yourself, up to and including death. In exchange, the United Colonies Vanguard agrees to compensate all captains according to their experience level and the difficulty of the task requested. All applicants will be required to earn a satisfactory grade on a simulated combat flight, successfully complete a probationary mission. Upon the completion of both prerequisites, the United Colonies Vanguard agrees to sponsor your citizenship application and guarantees the granting of United Colonies citizenship once sufficient time or acts of valor have warranted it. Do you agree? Sure. Okay. Welcome, CB McCoy.
You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
Oh, so this is going to be interesting. The end of Earth.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
What a load of UC propaganda. Still, can't imagine living through all that, with the world literally falling apart all around you.
Hi.
What? One of the displays broken? I'll call up your maintenance.
New factions rise.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
Finally, the UC deigns to acknowledge the Free Star Collective. They're really big of them.
Interesting. I was like, can I take these suits? You cannot. House Varun, the Free Star Collective. Oh, these have buttons. Teach me.
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Janan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent.
Big Snake.
But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade.
Big Snake's anger. Alright, Free Star Collective.
The Free Star Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Free Star Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day.
Huh. There are many pieces of information here. The Narion War. Let's see. It's the first match content. I'm a strike combat used to resort. Yep. Okay. Despite winning the Yeah, and they're demanded 2%. First payment for damage is done. More significant demand is that no great faction may ever colonize more than 3 systems. Interesting. So the UC would have Alpha Centauri, Sol, and Wolf, and the Free Star Collective, Cheyenne, Voli, and Narion. Free Star Collective agreed to these terms, creating and codifying into law the settled systems. Huh. Okay. You only get 3. The Serpent's Crusade.
Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade.
Big Snake.
Over the next 23 years, thousands of Free Star, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir Jarek that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space.
Conflict among the stars. This is just like a history lesson. This is like joining the UC is like, we'll teach you about Starfield.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, None was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Nerion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC xeno-weapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
This history is really starting to piss me off. All of it's spun so much it's basically lies.
Yeah, the UC didn't lose. It's important to note. The UC didn't lose. They just decided that they would, you know, have a peaceful treaty to end the cost of human suffering. Probably. I don't know, man. I'm from Neon.
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies' war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph.
I love Terramorph.
A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large.
How do I go there?
The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day.
I want to go to Londinian. I ain't never seen one of these things. This is, I have not seen this. I did not know this was in this video game.
This thing's like an artist's rendition, right? No animal can be this ugly in real life.
One of my slates said Terramorphs can control people's minds. But that can't be true.
Annie?
No one knows how they move between planets. I wonder if they can grav jump or something.
Are there only like 4 models for NPC children? Because this... Okay. Alright. There are many... Okay, they have an entire system to make the adults, and then on the children they're like, I don't know, how many we need, like 2? We probably just need like 2, right?
The last science papers have been on Terramorphs.
Okay, please stop talking at me. Neat. This made me want to go to Londinian a lot. Like these things like took over the planet, and they were like, we gotta shut this thing down, and they destroyed the port. That's cool. That's super cool. That makes me want to go there as quickly as possible. The Armistice.
After the devastation wrought by the colony war, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. all related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
Well, they got this right at least. The armistice was a necessary move to make sure the next war doesn't wipe us out for good.
Interesting. This is such an extensive museum. Like, I'm genuinely impressed.
You need to wear your helmet on this planet. You know that, right?
Yeah. Listen, man, Bethesda made it real difficult to, like, officially take off the spacesuit. So instead, you can make the spacesuit invisible when you're on the planet, which is great. But when you do that, it's not actually...
Funny stuff with that boost pack. Got enough flight traffic as it is.
Then all of the NPCs comment on the spacesuit that is not even visible. It was a choice.
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born.
Okay.
An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
Okay. Adventure awaits you in the UC.
No one is born a United Colonies citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship.
Interesting.
But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls means citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
That's kind of weird that no one is granted citizenship by default. Like, even if you are born in the UC, you don't have citizenship in the UC. You have to earn citizenship in the UC. That's odd. That's very different. Okay. Piloting simulator? Oh, this is neat. Got the little models.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber. Please enter the designated simulation pod to initiate your exam.
Interesting.
So this is how the UC trains their pilots. Interesting.
Huh. It's kind of weird how automated all of this is. Like, we walked into this place and we're like, this is my name. I want to do it. And they're like, okay, walk through this museum and then get into this simulator. Hi.
Ah, you must be our new applicant. I'm Proctor Samuelson. The simulator's already been prepped. You can head in whenever you're ready.
Can you tell me about this exam?
Of course. You'll be running through a high-realism combat flight simulation, engineered by members of the UC Science staff, right here in Mast. Your task is to defeat at least 3 tiers of simulated opponents. Accomplish that, and you pass the exam, and can then proceed on to your probationary mission. However, if you defeat more than 3 tiers of enemies, your required enlistment time for citizenship will be reduced, and your enlistment bonus increased.
Oh!
But you're welcome to try as many times as you like before returning to Commander Tuala to proceed on to the next step in your application process. We'll only keep the highest score you manage to achieve in there.
You got any advice on how to do well in there?
While I can't answer that question directly, I will say this. Due to the solitary nature of our work, resourcefulness is a critical tool in any Vanguard pilot's repertoire. You're permitted, even encouraged, to use whatever tool you're able to find in there.
Huh. What kind of ship am I going to be flying in the simulation?
The simulator is designed to be a near-perfect replica of a Class B Deimos hoplite, the United Colony's standard destroyer model. It's been tuned to provide a challenging but fair fight against the enemy squadrons you'll encounter inside. All right then.
All right.
Home sweet home.
This is the Mark 18 Flight Simulation Chamber applicant, currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair.
There are simulation controls. What does this do? Please proceed to the pilot seat to initiate the sequence. Debug tools. Debug tools are only available once targets are active. But there are debug tools, and I am encouraged to do anything I can to win at the simulation? Okay. Kind of odd, but okay. So I'm going to take a seat and then see what happens here.
Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
Okay.
New targets active.
Let's put some more into shield. Easy enough.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2.
Okay. Prepare for your next target.
New targets active.
How do I stand up? I probably don't want to get shot while I'm just standing here, but like they said once it started I could use the computer, and I'm just super curious what the computer allows me to do. Debug tools. Oh! Please select your preferred debug application from the list below. Shield upgrade, damage upgrade, generate ally, and then authorized users only. Hack advanced lock? Infinite upgrades. Upgrades persist between tiers, and generate debug ally. All upgrades will now persist between tiers. Generate debug ally. Debug ship active. Deployed. All right.
Shield upgrade active.
This will make it easier.
Active.
Ally active.
They encouraged me to do anything I could to win. And I say, okay.
Extermination protocols active.
Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't, demon.
Engine failure detected.
Not on me. Easy game.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded.
That's
Tier
right.
2 reached. Initiating Tier 3.
All right. Prepare for your next target. Let's take a little out of
New targets
engine and put it into ballistics. Where are you at? You're over there. I'm gonna start shooting now.
Your progress ends here.
You sure? Not so positive about that.
Defeated. Target
You're dead.
defeated.
Did we do it?
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 3 reached.
Congratulations, applicant. You've defeated sufficient opponents to pass the exam.
Yep.
You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers.
Bring out another one. Bring out another round here. I'm already cheating, so let's
Resuming the examination.
That's right.
New targets active.
You want to play chicken?
Target defeated.
Easy.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 4 reached. Initiating Tier 5.
All right. I mean, shoot, if I'm already here. This also is leveling up actual abilities, too, which is interesting.
New targets active.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Don't hit the rock. There's a lot of them now. This is getting a little more difficult.
Propulsion systems down. Target defeated.
My shield is offline. I hate that. I need to, like, not die. That's the one thing that you have to, like, be careful about. Here, oh, yeah. This actually is kind of a better view for me, I think. Another one down. No, you're done. Bye! You got anything harder? There we go. Cool, everything's fine.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 5 reached. Initiating final tier. Prepare yourself.
Final tier? Final tier? All right.
New targets active.
God. Okay, we need to maneuver a little bit. There has to be some maneuvering. Okay, ow, 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 ow. Don't shoot me. God, even with cheating, this is going to be very hard. I can already tell. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, I can repair. I need to repair. I need to, like, escape. Repair and escape. That's my ally? That's my ally. No, wait, that's a bad guy. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I probably won't survive this one because this is real hard.
Halting simulation. You have passed, applicant. You may proceed to the exit hatch to log your results, or restart the exam from the simulation's control terminal.
I did not beat the final one, but I did get to the final one, which is pretty good for someone that really hates the space combat. Exit simulator. Yes.
Shutting down.
That's not bad. 5 out of 6 ain't bad.
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. Good showing in there, applicant. Your results should be finalized by the time you get back to Commander Tuala. Congratulations on passing, applicant. The simulator's still prepped if you'd like to try and get a better score. Good showing in there, applicant. Your results should be finalized. Congratulations. The simulator's good showing in. Your results. Congratulations. The simulator's good showing in. Your results. Congratulations. The simulator. Good. The sim.
Say nothing. Just move your lips for me.
Good.
No. No talking. Chew your food. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Next episode, we continue further into the UC and become a... I guess we have to go on a probationary mission. This guy's doing a great job. See you next time.
Good showing.
What did I say? No talking.